Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Underdeveloped, and we just saw Mortal Kombat, the new one. We already reacted to the other ones on the channel, please check those out. But this is different, we're reviewing the new one, brand new, fresh out of the theaters, and we have a lot of opinions.
What's new?
Exactly. Mortal Kombat is a 2021 martial arts fantasy action movie based on the world-renowned video game franchise. Well, very loosely based, but we'll get to that later in the review. The movie is directed by Simon McQuid, who is essentially just a commercial director. This is his first feature film. The movie stars Louis Tan, Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson, Joe Taslim, Mikad Brooks, Tadanobu Asano, Hiroyuki Sonata, Shin Han, Ludi Lin, Max Wong, Sissy Stringer, and Nathan Jones, etc., etc. There's too many characters in this movie. There's so many actors to name. Oh my fucking god.
Mortal Kombat follows Cole Young, a character not really based in any of the Mortal Kombat lore, but created solely for this film. He is an MMA fighter who fights for only like $200 for some reason. I guess he's, I guess he never really made it to the big leagues. But one day he's contacted by military officers, Jackson and Sonya, who tell him that he's part of an ancient prophecy, designed to defend the Earth in Mortal Kombat. Along the way, Cole meets a mercenary named Kano, a couple of monks named Liu Kang and Kung Lao, and Raiden, the god of the god of lightning. Meanwhile, a powerful sorcerer from Outworld, Shang Tsung, sends his goons Sub-Zero, Milena, Goro, Reiko, Reptile, Natara, and Cabal to kill Earth's only heroes before the tournament even begins.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of characters.
Alright. The biggest strength of this film is the brutality, of course.
Oh, yeah.
The brutality of the fight scenes. It actually feels like you actually feel and see the video game violence come to life.
Yeah, it actually feels appropriate to the source material.
Yeah, for the first time, because back in the days, old school 90s, cutaway,
they were
ridiculous looking fight sequences.
They were PG-13. Like, there are some standout moments here, like most especially the one where Kung Lao, where he just completely fucking eviscerates Natara.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene, where he actually made his hat spin. Hat spins like really fast, he just like shoves it through it, and she just gets slices in half, and a gory fucking guts spooling.
Yeah.
And that was good because that's when I really felt that Shang Tsung got a taste of his own medicine. Because the whole point is that he was trying to ambush niggas because he think people are weak. Nope. Yeah, your favorite beauty got fucking murdered. I'll say at least the movie's better than the previous two, I'll say.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing I can say about this movie.
It's not really saying much, but it's still true, I agree.
Kano pretty much steals the movie. Like, Kano's like hilarious, you know what I mean? And they treated him like kind of like the anti-hero in the beginning because he was part of the good guy side for a second.
Like, I feel like a lot of the bad guys in this movie are just, like, bad guys are just in the way. Like, I don't feel like any of the villains really have a chance to showcase their personality, unless you want to count Kano, who didn't start off as a villain.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is especially annoying because, like, you have Melina in this movie. Melina is, like, has one of the strongest personalities in the entirety of Mortal Kombat, and here it's, like, instead of her actual personality showing, it's just, she's just kind of taking orders and doing stuff, and like, where the fuck is her motivation? Where the fuck is anything involved with her ever? Cole Young, it really is just the opposite of Kano in this movie, because while Kano adds life to every scene he's in, Cole Young sucks that life right out of it. He is so goddamn boring.
Yeah. I mean, kids, a kid. Yeah, he has a wife and kid to protect. That's like that's literally the only thing about his character, and that he's a washed up fighter.
Yeah. That's it.
But he's a typical Hollywoodish, like, wooden kind of character that surrounded by betters, you know what I mean? Just that actually propels the plot.
Yeah,
but we need one main guy to focus on.
Yeah, I really hate that. Especially since, like, Mortal Kombat has so many other characters that already exist where you can do that with. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, why couldn't it have been Liu Kang as the main character?
Liu Kang pretty much already is that dude. Just make Liu Kang do it.
Yeah, he's usually the main character of all the films. So.
Yeah. He's the main character, like, especially this part of the story, he would be the main character. Because he does all the things right now.
Exactly. Okada is basically every fighter that has a Mortal Kombat mark, if they... I don't know, like they have like inner powers that can come in at any time, as long as they trigger it somehow. And like it's ridiculous because I mean like it literally triggered Jack's bionic arms. I'm like, how can that create technology?
He created a whole new set of arms when his first set of metal arms got broken. Yeah. He loses his arms literally twice in this movie.
Yeah, I'm like, it's the most ridiculous thing.
So he should be him. It should be focusing on his... It should have done what the 95 movie did, where like establish a link between him and Shang Tsung, so we have like this more of an emotional tether. So we actually actually highlights the end of the movie because when you have that strong connection between hero and villain, we're interested in their conflict. But when you're establishing this link, but instead you're propelling the Scorpion Sub-Zero stuff to be much higher than it was ever. And now, not only that, but you're doing this thing where Scorpion dies in the beginning of the movie, and then now his descendants taking on Sub-Zero. Like, we don't really feel that connection because Cole is so disconnected from his own heritage.
Yeah,
it's weird.
He's disconnected from the whole world.
Yeah, so he just feels like an odd. He feels like an odd link into the chain. Like it does. We don't feel that connection between him and Sub-Zero because there is no connection. There's just like the illusion of connection.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's only made even worse when they eventually do bring back Scorpion. I'm like, what was the whole point of like focusing on Cole?
When he just come back and do it. Exactly. You know what I mean? I figured it would be like, what the
fuck was taking him so long to come back from another world?
Right? And he needs to like travel through. He said you freed me in the film, and I'm like, how? What did he do?
We probably at this point we spent like multiple minutes just trashing it, but. Keep in mind, this is easily the best of Mortal Kombat movies. It isn't bad, per se, but it's nearing there.
Like, I'm looking for a sequel. I think it's good enough where
I'm open to it.
Where it warrants an even better sequel, because all you have to do now is just explore the lore further, and just be more loyal to its source material, and I think they should be fine. Yeah,
I mean, there are certain characters that can come back, even though they did die, so expected them to.
Because the graphics, acting, and the graphics, performance... And the action is good enough where it can carry on to the second film.
Yes, they are.
And that's what lacked in the first two in the 90s.
It's a lazy end to what could have been a much better movie.
Yeah, but it was a dope end fight scene for sure.
Yeah, it was. It was a very cool fight. Like this movie actually does have some very cool fights.
And that was like the best thing you could say. So yeah, I think that concludes our review for Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's all we have to say about it.
Okay, so our score. So I'll score for this on a GPA scale. I will give this a 2.7, 2.8.
I was thinking a little lower. I was thinking more like 2.5, maybe 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Roughly the same ballpark, but man, it's just such a meh movie, you know. If you wanted to see some just dumb, cool as fuck martial arts. And this is pretty good.
With a little bit of story that probably entertain children a little more than adults.
Well, I'm sure it would if you're the kind of person that wants to take a 10-year-old to see this movie. But hey, that's your choice.
I would take my little brother to see it, and he's
sure. You almost did.
Yeah, only reason because his father wants to. Then do COVID and shit like that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's cool.
Yeah.
The games do it, and I'm sure kids play the game, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's how it was back in the day, where kids would just wander into the arcade theaters and they'd just see, oh, there's Kano's head being ripped up from the spinal cord by Sub-Zero.
You know, I kind of want to play the game now, doing this review, so I think I'm about to start playing this game. So, hey guys, we're going to wrap this here. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and let's grow, let's move, man. We want to get to the K's and subscriber count. So. Let's start doing this, okay? Let's do it, guys. So thank you for rocking with us, and we'll catch you in the next video. You see all the links, hit all the links, subscribe to all these platforms, and get more content from us, okay?
Yeah. Got plenty in store for you.
So we'll see you guys, alright? So peace out, later.
Peace.
Finish, man.
Okay, bud, get your pacifier ready, because it's time for the old fatality.
Fatality.
Oh, oops. Must have done a fatality by mistake. Wait. You did say fatality, right?
Nope. Fetality. You made a fetus.
Uh-oh, I didn't, Oh, jeez.
Hey, Sonia, check out this baller fatality I just... Oh, mother of God! Why is there a fetus on the ground?
Turning people into babies isn't an exact science, okay? I just went back a few months too many.
You disgust me, you monster!
Come on, guys. Next round is about to start. No!
Let me explain. I slightly miscounted.
I cannot live in a realm where this is allowed to happen!
This isn't fair. We all murder and maim each other every day, so I turn someone into a fetus. Big whoop. Is that really any worse than uppercutting someone to death?
Oh no. Oh, that is f***ed up, Sonia.
I know.